what's weird is I kind of hope that things got resolved for the spirit. Been here for about 3 years, and I wouldn't say that it started right away. It seemed like within maybe after 6 months of being here is when I started noticing. Maybe I just wasn't noticing, is probably for the first half. But then the main thing that happened was I was leaving for the night and I turned off all the lights. And as I was walking out the door over here by the break room, the lights went back on. And I heard, because we have click button lights, so I heard the little click. And the second time was, I'd say, like another 6 months later, and I went to hand paperwork to Dr. Jared Rubin, uh, and he was sitting at his desk. I hear on my left side some rattling, and I look back, and his closet doorknob is jiggling. Like I visually see it. I hear it and I see it. He looked at me like, "Oh, it's nothing," and he's like, "Yeah, it does that." So then I brought it up to Chris Bader, and he was like, "Oh, really? Oh man, I gotta get some ghost people in here, of course, right away, because that's his thing, you know. He's like all about seeing if it's true and finding ghosts and doing scientific research on these things."
The paranormal is a place where it's basically based on experiences. It's a great place to study experiences with the supernatural. And that's what really drew me to it. So things that I would consider paranormal would be ghosts, UFOs, mysterious creatures like Bigfoot. Those are all things which they aren't supernatural phenomena. They're claimed by religion, and they're also things rejected by science. When I actually started teaching here, I like to try to bring guests into class, and so I found out there was a local ghost investigating group in town and just reached out to ask if he'd be willing to come lecture in the class.
Chris called me, or emailed me. I don't remember. It was quite a few years ago, and he asked if we had anybody on our team that would be willing to come in and speak at one of his classes. And we did. We started doing that periodically, and then of course we developed a friendship. And, he introduced us to the building that houses their sociology department, which used to be just an old bungalow. We kind of sat there and we did some EVPs. Nothing came through on the recorders. We used the same scanning device that we did that I described earlier. We did nothing. And yeah, so we didn't. That was one of those nights that it was not really anything happening. I believe we went back a second time because it continued happening. And this time I had a smaller group with me. Um, and I said, well, what I'm going to do now is I'm just going to say an exorcism prayer. When I got back to the house, getting ready for bed, we were already dozing off a bit. And then in my hallway, I hear it sounds like a woman, and I have my door closed, but it was like right outside my door. And so I got up, turned all the lights, went into the hallway. There was of course nothing there. I said a couple more prayers and used some holy water. But that was the first time that I ever experienced anything back at my house. And then I find out from Chris, since that night that we had gone over and did their prayer, that nothing else has happened.
I myself did not get an explanation. I do feel like, we have a soul and that at some point the body separates from the soul. So I think maybe as a normal, sympathetic human being, I feel that these could have been humans at some point. I am a Christian and I believe in God and hell and the devil, and I do believe that there are evil spirits and or ghosts. So I was not a skeptic. I was more of a I don't want anything to do with this evil or normal spirit. They can do their own thing, and as long as they don't hurt me. And thank goodness, I never felt threatened in any way.